What's good, y'all? I'm back again with another vid. I hope y'all doing well, living well. And I'm pretty sure this is my first video of 2025, so let's start it off strong. The more I start to live and realize the nature of life is starting to feel like the structure of a game or a simulation or even like a dream is a good way to describe what the nature of life is like. And it's so weird. Like, the more I live, I start to uncover these ideas, and the way that life is a lot similar to the way a video game is structured. Now, I don't know if life was structured like a video game or video games relate to life, but either way, they're really similar, and I think it's worth talking about and expressing. So I feel like the first part that it is similar to a video game is the fact that we all have these avatars in these bodies. Now, I feel like your body is in part you, but I feel like it's not totally you. It's just basically an avatar, a shell, or just like a place of viewing. Or for the sake of the game analogy, let's say your body is like the controller. It's almost as if the controller allows us to walk around the game, to navigate through life, to use the tools, and just to navigate through life as a controller controls a character in a game. And I start to realize, yeah, but also in the same light, your controller is governed by the game. The different buttons you push are dependent on the game. So you are a player of the game, but you are not the game. And what I mean by this is you are dependent on the game. So if the game ends, if life ends, then what's the point of having the controller or the body if there's no game to play with the controller or with your body? So with that being said, I'm starting to really see the fact that this world is not simply only material or only what we can perceive with our senses. There's so much more to this world that facilitates it, I believe. I feel like the invisible is almost even more important than the visible. So I think whatever this force is behind the game is like the energy of the game, or allowing the game to be played. And whether you want to call it God, the universe, whatever you want to distinguish it as, I feel like there is an energy that is within everything that guides everything. So I start to realize, like, you go to sleep, and then what if when you go to sleep, that's like you unplugging from the game in whatever life is beyond this life. And then you wake up and then you play the game again. Like, you wake up, go throughout your day, and your life is literally like a video game, because you're living your life trying to evolve your character, evolve your body, and become a better person through eating better, living better, having better habits. Just all these things, you're upgrading each and every one of these attributes and upgrading your video game character as you get stronger throughout life. I feel life is really similar to a dream as well. Like, is this even real life, or are we dreaming it? I was watching a video earlier about your perception and how your senses just create electrical signals within your mind, and your brain perceives these electrical signals just as electricity, but then it casts out and projects the world to you, and we're able to see the world as is. This reality is almost an illusion from what the actual reality is. It's like we're almost hallucinating the world, but this is what we believe to be real and the truth. But the way reality is created within our mind, is that even really reality? Maybe we're just having an illusion that this is the real world. Now, with that being said, this is the real world, and although I say life is kind of like a game, it's still a serious thing. You only have one life. There's no respawning in this game unless you believe in reincarnation and come back in another form. But this is it. Like, this is the controller that I have. So it's important to obviously be aware and not just be careless in life. But it's so interesting because it's like we are so caught up in this life that we think that we are our bodies, we think that we are our minds, we think that we're the name that we have been given. But if you really break it down, all those things are just labels to define and navigate throughout the game. But you really break it down, my name, that's not who I am. That's just a label to help me live. But the word Jeffrey, that's not telling me who I am. Who I am is beyond this avatar, I feel like, because I'm aware of this, and I'm aware that I'm the one that's watching my avatar, watching the game being played while simultaneously playing the game. I feel like this game has become so real. We feel the sensations, the emotions, the energy of what it is to be this character, to be in this game, and to feel this avatar, and we have mistaken that for our true identity. And I feel like a lot of us sometimes lose ourselves when we don't realize that there's more to life than the human body, or than just the materialistic things. And no matter what it is, I think it's good to speculate and just to think existentially about the nature of life and how it works, and how it can be a lot like a video game. But now that we have laid out the ground rules and the fabric, the landscape of the game, let's talk about what I think it is to win the game and to navigate through it in a way that you can continue to upgrade and evolve the more you live. But I believe that it's beneficial to approach life with this video game type of mindset, because it makes life more of a, I think, playful experience, and just allows you to not be so serious and so caught up in trying to become and do all of these things. Just treat it like a game, treat it like leveling up, and appreciate each day, each quest on the game as you continue to evolve and get better. So I feel like how you win this game, in my opinion, would be to just appreciate it, to enjoy each moment. Like, we strive so much to become happy and to be good and just have this certain amount of money and all of these things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But also, I feel like it's important to enjoy each step of your journey, each step of the game. Enjoy learning and becoming and taking steps back. Just learn to enjoy the process of it, because if there's anything that you're going to do while you're here, why not learn to appreciate the existence, your existence, and have fun while you're here. I mean, if life is a game, we here to have fun, right? Like, we so caught up in and so serious about it that we forget to have fun and just enjoy our experiences, because we're so caught up in trying to fit these mind frames, trying to fit these ideas that these high scores essentially in the game, and we're so fixated on that, we forget the actual nature of the game is fun itself. Like, you really look at life, I think it's an actual fun experience. Like, being able to evolve myself, to connect with other people trying to evolve themselves, like, it's a game, I feel like. And I'll wrap it up with this, because about a year ago, I made a YouTube video called Lifestyle Beyond the Illusion, and it was really just like talking about my mixtape, but also talking about how I feel like you're a player in, okay, let's say life is a basketball game, and you're a player of the basketball game, but you're also simultaneously coaching the game as well as watching the game from the stands. So what I mean by that is your physical human body is playing the basketball game. Your soul, your awareness, whatever you want to call it, is coaching the game. And you're also simultaneously watching that process. You're aware of that process in life while you play the game, as well as while you coach it. So it's very interesting how you can be at all three of these levels. And I feel like if you can play the game, your essence is not stuck within the game, The player can always walk away from the game, but the game is just there. So what I mean by that is you are in the game of life playing it, but you can zoom out and realize that this is just a game and you're watching yourself play it. You're coaching the game as you live your life. And as you go throughout this game, this basketball game of life, you are able to spectate yourself as well as control yourself, but you're not locked to the game if you can be beyond it as well as watch yourself in it, if that makes sense. So yeah, man, I feel like this life is a game, and I think moving forward, I want to make it a point to recognize the nature of life being a game and use that to my benefit and not be so caught up and so like feeling like I'm alone or feeling like I don't have any guidance or know anything. But like you zoom out far enough, we're all one. We're all playing this game, this earth game, this human game. But we're so much more than that, I feel. There's so much more to life than the physical, to the material, like what I said in the beginning. I feel like there's God or an energy or whatever you want to call it facilitating and allowing the game to be. So let's continue to play it. Let's continue to level up and just appreciate the game. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the nature of this existence, because it's really crafted as if it's a game. Like we live, the way the universe is, I feel, is so crafted in a way that how could this be just a random occurrence? How could we just pop in here and just, like there's so much to this life beyond what we can comprehend with just our senses. So that'll be like part 1 of this video, but I want to continue to speculate, and I'm always into philosophy and just different ways of and perspectives of viewing life and navigating through life, through this game of life. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for listening, and I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep gaming, keep balling, keep scoring, whatever you want to call it, and keep winning, keep enjoying and appreciating each step of your journey. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. We out. Unlimited.